It's up to you.
I'm gonna start at the genesis because it's really hilarious.
Okay.
So like my ex likes to feel like she has access to me, like she can just call me whenever and ask for shit.
Okay.
So one time she called me and asked her for money, and asked me for money because she wanted to travel.
How long have you been separated?
Like 2 years.
And how long were you together?
Like 7 months ish.
Okay.
Well, I'm like, okay, yeah.
She calls you for money
yeah,
to go travel.
Yeah, so I'm like, this bitch got me all fucked up. So I'm like, you know what? Go on the trip. I'm busy right now, but I'll transfer you the money. She leaves, and then I block her number.
So
She's
dude,
calling me from my friend's phone, and I just ignore it. So like a month back, around like July ending, she messages me again, and I'm like, ooh, another chance again. This bitch don't quit. So I'm messaging her back and forth, like every time she's like, come over, I just leave her dry, and I'm like, oh, I fell asleep after work. Like,
so she's really into you.
Yeah, but like I don't give, bro. She's such a nasty person. Like I hate her so much.
Okay.
Well, I hate her to the point I won't just block her number. I'd rather fuck with her.
Right.
So I'm playing with her at this point, and she sees she's like, oh, come over and bring a bottle of alcohol, and I'm like, I went to a CBO, took a picture of a bottle, and I'm like,
so
yeah,
sick.
I just got the bottle, I'm coming. And then I just stopped messaging her.
This guy's
so like my
yeah,
bro, I'm like, I can't believe you think I'm such a fucking simp. I'm like, are you crazy? So my girl ends up seeing the text, and I explained to her what was happening because
your current girl sees that text.
Yeah, so I told her like, you've seen me fuck with her before. This is literally the same shit. But she chooses not to believe me. And she's like, oh, but you texted that you're coming over, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, I'll send you
You're playing with fire. You realize that, right? Like,
I know. I sent her my location data, and I'm like, boy, I work till from 3 to 11. Like, why the fuck am I going to this girl's house after I'm done work? Like, I want to sleep. Like, what the hell? So anyways, that passes. We start chilling again. She calls me one Friday night that she's going downtown if I can pick her up.
The ex?
No, my girl.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, sure. So I pick her up. It seems everything is all rosy and shit. And then that's when I knew she was going to go through my phone, obviously. And I had nothing to hide. So I left my phone there. I ain't changed my password, nothing. And then everything is going good. We went after that weekend on Monday. We went to go see Candyman. I was like, I felt like, okay, we're truly, getting past it. I deleted the girl's number like I told her I was going to do. And she knew about when my boy came down. I told her I saw my ex, like he went to go pick her up. He wanted to fuck her. I told her everything. So today was
just for the audience, there was a whole backstory about his friend wanting to fuck someone who ended up, through his suggestion, being his ex that he hates. Don't ask why, but he has his reasons.
Yeah, she's really crazy. That's why I hate her. Like,
yeah.
She's the kind of person I order like Popeyes for, and she gets pissed because I forgot to write in the comments like, can I get all drumsticks, please? Like, what the fuck is that? So like, we're supposed to hang out today after she was done work, and then she stopped replying. Like, the night before I had 3 hours and like 40 minutes of sleep. So like, I feel like I'm a walking zombie. Right. But I tried to stay up so we can go to this go-karting thing before I go to Toronto. Right. She stops replying. I end up driving to her house, and I'm knocking, and then she ends up sending me a screenshot of me and my boy's chat, and where it's like, oh, I picked up Tracy, dropped her home.
But it's supposed to mean
you picked up Tracy, dropped her home, and I came back and smoked because we're supposed to meet by the river and you never came. So I'm like, immediately I text her, I'm like, nah, you're crazy, because like, what the fuck is this? Like, if I knew this was why you weren't answering me, I swear to God, I'd have never wasted gas to drive up here. Like, plain and simple. So she's there crying, and I'm like, I get back home and I text her. I'm like, do you know what's fucked up? Every time I message my ex, I never deleted the fucking chat. Everything was there. But then you message your ex back and forth throughout the whole year, and you don't save anything on Snapchat. But I'm just supposed to believe that nothing went down. I'm like, what kind of fucking double standard is that?
See, what I think some people, if the comment section were to comment something, which they don't, they'd probably say she belongs on the streets or something along those lines, right folks?
Yeah, no, but like, she's a nice girl. I guess she's insecure. Right? Like,
I don't know, man. Insecure is not when you like Snapchat your ex and delete it. That's not insecurity. That's like, no.
Yeah, but like, she's the kind of person, like, literally after we went out to the movies and all, I came back, and a family friend of mine, she's a girl, she asked me if I wanted to come to the river to see the fountain with her, because she was bored. I'm like, okay, I'm bored, fine, whatever, let's do it. So I shared my location with my girlfriend, so she calls me after and she's like, oh, where were you? I'm like, I was at the river with a family friend. And she's like, oh, why would you do that after what just transpired? I'm like, I literally did. I can't go out with what? She's like, well, you can go out with boys. I'm like, man, dog.
Looks like you need to return to the single life, man. Looks like you don't.
Bro, I told her like she's pushing me, like she's pushing buttons I don't want to be pushed. Like,
yeah. What was that fucking meme I saw today? It was like, something along the lines of like, the single life isn't great, but at least it's
you have
peaceful.
Peace, bro. You know?
Oh my god, it's crazy.
It's fucking peaceful. Like, I don't need nobody fucking like harassing me over nothing I didn't do. Like,
fuck, man, it's so sick.
But like, it's crazy. Like, that's my boy's girlfriend. She probably slept over. They're probably discussing that shit.
Your boy's girlfriend being your ex?
No. My best friend's girlfriend. That's her car.
But didn't you say your best friend was trying to get someone to fuck?
No, that's just my friend.
Okay, this is your best friend.
Yeah, they are probably talking over that. And I told my boy, even my best friend, even told her, like, stop putting your mouth in shit that doesn't concern you. And she's like, but she's my friend. And he's like, you met her through me. Like, you literally did not know her 3 months ago. What the fuck you talking about? She's your friend. She's my friend. And I'm like, I told my boy, like, if she keeps on with this shit, like, man, I don't know, bro. But they might both just have to go. We're back to hustling for bitches again.
Or don't. Because, you know, if you're hustling to get to a harasser.
I'm honestly, I was this close. God, I was so angry. I was this close to telling her, you want me to be my ex so bad. How about I just go fucking be with her and send you pictures then? Like, is that what you want? You'll have the proof, right?
Like, you don't have to.
She's like, oh, you have an explanation for everything. I'm like, wait.
Would you prefer not an explanation? Yep, no, been there. When they're like, okay, if you explain it, you're lying. If you don't explain it, you're lying. Like, it's like, all right.
What do you want from me, dog? Like,
yep. No, I know.
Pissed. I tried to sleep. I woke up in 2 hours. I was just pissed. I'm like, this is some bullshit.
Just to point that out there, you know, this is not sexist or misogynist or anything. Guys don't do this. Men don't do this. As far as I know,
we don't. Bro,
no,
I saw
doesn't happen.
I saw like she messaged her ex. I ain't saying this shit because in my mind I just.
It's not even that. It's not even that. The fact that like, had you asked her about the ex thing, and then you give her an A or B, both of which she's lying in, you know, like so.
Bro, it's the double standards, man. It's the double standards.
So this is what you're striving for, man. You're saying like, back to hustling for bitches. Maybe forget about hustling for bitches altogether.
I'm this close, but it's painful because like this is someone I saw a future with, But like,
That's always gonna get
if
you.
you ca- yeah, if you
if that
can't-
wasn't there, the whole hustling for bitches thing wouldn't even exist.
But if you can't get past your insecurities, because I'm someone that has like 2 male friends, and
Okay.
like the rest of my friends are girls.
Okay.
So if you cannot get past your insecurities, then I don't know what to tell you, dog. Like, if you're gonna get mad
Dating a
every time I
baller.
chill with my friend,
Oh my god,
like
man.
and you know what's funny on Twitter? They're like, if a girl, when girls are like, they dress skimpy, and a guy will comment like, "Oh, I wouldn't let my girl go out like that," and they're like, if you can't handle a bad bitch, don't date one. And then a girl tweeted recently, she's like, I hate when I go somewhere with my man and he's hugging all the girls. And someone was like, well, if you can't handle a bad bitch, don't date one. Like, dog, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you want me to discard all my friends just cause
Right.
you're crazy.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's weird.
Yeah,
Shit.
I
This
think
guy's
that might be
flying.
my ride.
Alright, man.
Yeah. Wait, what's your YouTube channel?
Here, you
I'm
can
finna
take a
watch
picture of this.
this shit for my ride.
Fuck is it? This is called RideLight, man. I don't know where to put the fucking thing.